they actually held control of the game throughout and started to believe, hey, we can compete with the best.
Well, this crowd is certainly fired up as the opening tip deflected out of bounds.
As elite as there is in that aspect in the game, along with his brother, Amen Thompson, but his effectiveness is going to be on slashing.
Brunson goes against Thompson. Brunson played very well in the 3 games. Misses that one. Hart the rebound. Hart back out. Brunson wide open. Corner 3. Hardaway to Cunningham. Hart now on the switch. Thompson looking to post up Brunson, trying to muscle him away. Nice spin move, and Thompson lays it up and in. And he torched the Knicks in the 4 games between the two. Pistons won 3 of the 4, including 2 wins here at the Garden. Anunoby, ball fake, 3-pointer's good. Brunson back to Anunoby, goes at Cunningham, lost the handle momentarily, gets it back, pull-up jumper. Anunoby's second half of the season has turned to an offensive machine for the Knicks. They're just trying to stay with him. Cunningham so strong, gets inside, shoots over him, comes up short. Hart tracks down the rebound, throws it ahead to Bridges for the layup. Thibodeau not taking a chance. Beasley, catch, fire. Can't hit the 3. Hardaway, the offensive rebound. Beasley tries again. That one's good. Anunoby all over him. Pass inside to Harris. Harris, jump shot is good. Tobias Harris' return to Detroit has been quite the successful one.
They have to get that pass and they have to score and make plays out of it. This won't be a steady diet of Cade just dominating unless his teammates can make those plays.
For best record they've had in 12 years, and the Pistons their best record in 9 years. And they're back in the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. Bridges knocks it down. Mikal Bridges with 6 early points. Cunningham, good help from Shamet. Beasley finds Harris. Harris wide open in the corner, nails the 3. Brunson here in the MVP chance. You know, as we mentioned, the Knicks with the 5th best record in the NBA, 3rd best record in the East, but
like, yes, you can put some stock in that because both of those teams have proven to be a cut above the rest of the East.
And this has been such a wonderful season to watch the next step this team taken. Cunningham took a hit, gets knocked down, and still banks it home.
Forget about guard. That is a positional size and a guy who's bruising from that position.
Anunoby can't get it. Mitchell Robinson can, one of the best offensive rebounders.
OG's had him from the outset. They're also blitzing more against him than they typically do.
Cunningham gets inside, misses, but Stewart right there. Robinson made him alter his shot.
Josh Hart, and it's only going to be like that as they get more familiar with each other over the series. That's when it starts to get even more chippy.
Knicks got caught napping there, and Hardaway gets an easy bucket. Anunoby the rebound. Landry Shamet knocked away and stolen by Hardaway. Hardaway ahead of the pack. And Tim Hardaway's had a huge impact. And Detroit back up by 1. Bridges pulls up that mid-range game lethal.
But definitely ready to be out here. Now in his 4th season, he said the NBA has humbled him. He thought it was going to be easy coming out of college because he thought he was that good.
McBride on Beasley. Harris, couple of jab steps. Tobias Harris spins and scores. Harris played against the Knicks in the 1st round last year, but it was with the Sixers. Beasley fights over the screen. Anunoby still gets inside and bangs it home.
This was massive to me.
Schroeder tied up. Trying to bounce it off one of the Knicks. Somehow finds its way to Tobias Harris. Pulls up, shoots over Robinson, and scores.
Really big. He's the recipient of a lot of that attention that's being placed on Cade Cunningham when he was on the floor. And now he's getting some other stuff as a result.
Opening the corner is Anunoby for 1 year as he continues to bounce around the league. First free throw good. Harris now on Brunson. Anunoby's got Schroeder on him, has the height advantage, steps back, knocks down another at the buzzer. OG Anunoby with a huge first quarter with 12 points.
Knicks come out with Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Cameron Payne, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns.
Essentially 4 guards on the court now for the Knicks.
Payne for 3.
Got to keep them off the offensive glass and limit their threes and paint touches.
Yeah, as one of the vets on this team, I know you told your guys what to expect, what this stage was going to be like.
You have Tim Hardaway Jr. coming around, and when he gets his feet set, he is an outstanding shooter.
And that was his first point. And we're here in the second quarter. Pass inside, Shamet cuts, beautiful pass from Towns, his second assist. And one stat that's not surprising, #1 in the NBA in loose balls recovered. As Harris hits the first round matchups. As Harris hits a pair, and Harris off to an excellent start. He's got 11. Schroeder has always been a very confident player. Harris won't go, but Duren right there on the follow, his first points. Towns, Harris bellies up on him. Towns off the dribble, goes inside, and banks it home. Thompson's been on the bench since the opening minutes, picked up 2,002 minutes. Now he's coming back in. Towns turns, shoots, and gets it to go. His second field goal. Good transition defense from Detroit. Cunningham trying to guard Towns. Towns now puts it on the floor, drives, layup is good. Tough shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Love him. Cade Cunningham was talking about, he says, and this is the expression the players use, he's a dog, and it's hard for a coach to be a dog. Brunson just 2 for 8 to start. Cunningham back for Beasley. Thought about a long three. Harris no hesitation. And it rolls in, hung on the rim and drops through. Tobias Harris. Cunningham gets inside. Bridges stays with him. Pull-up jumper's good. That's the strength. Yet the Knicks still lead by 1. Beasley wide open for 3, and that's Beasley with his third three-pointer. Bridges tied up. Brunson gets away from him. Can't get that to fall, but Mitchell Robinson with the tip. Cunningham's 2 for 7, and you're tied, so you feel good about that. But your best player is getting help from other areas as Beasley does it again.
Beasley got loose in transition, then 2 go to the same player, and you give up another good look to him.
The Knicks' three-point defense has been erratic all season. Meanwhile, Thompson turned his back. Brunson gets inside. Can't get it, but Robinson with a one-handed slam. Like a lot of the young Pistons in his first playoff game.
And then coming back in the regular season, that's one adjustment. But to only play 4 games after a month off, like a true coach.
Right.
So, Richard, when you're defending on the perimeter and you know you have a shot blocker, you can be so much more aggressive out on the perimeter. It'd be shocking if he doesn't make that for the second consecutive year.
So you're saying he might have set out a couple more games to rest that ankle. That gives us an indication of where he is.
Harris drills the 3. Tobias Harris, 17 points.
When he's on your team, you always feel like someone has your back.
That's actually his second personal, so their centers have 5 fouls. Brunson, pull-up jump shot, gets that one to go. Indiana winning earlier. Malika Stephen A, Udonis, and Perk. Anunoby trying to guard Cunningham. Cunningham trying to get on track shooting the ball. Jumper there is good.
That might be his first make against OG, though, Mike.
In league history.
No doubt.
Give him that microphone and just let him work.
He used to referee my games in Phoenix, Arizona.
Either a sideline or baseline, they probably let that go. They've let that kind of contact go, but because it forced Anunoby out of bounds. All tied at 52, final minute here in the second. Schroeder deflected by Robinson and stolen. Anunoby walks into a three-pointer, puts it in. OG Anunoby with 19 points. 4.5 months of no basketball, had ankle surgery. Shot clock turned off. Brunson sneaks inside and the offhand banks it home. Let's check in with Lisa. 4.3 remaining. Knicks do not have a foul to give. Harris pulls up three-pointer. Got it! Tobias Harris from downtown. 22 points for Harris.
Yeah, Mike, I was asking
here in the
JB
first half. Let's check in with Lisa.
Yeah, Mike, I was asking J.B. Bickerstaff how he thinks his guys have settled in to this taste of the postseason. He says he thinks his guys have done it.
And he's one of the key contributors for the Knicks. Anunoby, nice step back. Puts it up and gets the soft bounce. Everything going down for OG Anunoby.
Fighting, he said obviously the turnovers plagued them in that first half, but he said it wasn't because of the environment. It was more about spacing. I asked him if he needed more from Cade Cunningham.
He saw the opportunity when Jalen Brunson was out for 15 games, and he's keeping it up. Cunningham, his three-pointer. Bridges may have gotten a piece of it. Duren gets the rebound. Back out, Tim Hardaway. Way outside, and Hardaway nails another three. He's also an excellent screener. And in today's NBA,
it was a clean block, though. Hardaway steps inside and scores and one. Tim Hardaway Jr. did so much of his work from the three-point line.
Sar Thompson, Duren, all playing in their first NBA playoff game. So maybe some nerves out there as they're trying to get acclimated. Towns against Harris. Tough fall away shot is good. Karl Anthony Towns now with 12. Thompson, what a spin, and banks it home. 7 on the 24. Duren. Towns. Played him well, but Duren even better.
Richard, you were pretty athletic as a player. That is special.
I didn't have that type of speed. I had upward athleticism, not that type of quickness. That is elite.
Towns goes at Tobias Harris, falling down, somehow passes it to Anunoby. Puts up a three. That won't go. Rebound, Cunningham. That was some direct pass on point. Cunningham goes coast to coast, and Tom Thibodeau calls timeout. Brunson drives on Thompson, stays with him beautifully, makes him take a tough shot, and rattles in. Cunningham gets away from Anunoby. Alley-oop to Duren. Perfect pass. Hart goes right at Hardaway. Finds Towns. Towns inside. Banker's good, and the game is tied. Towns right there. Blocked by Towns. Outlet to Brunson. Josh Hart gets inside and banks it home. Karl Anthony Towns defense leading to offense for the Knicks. Cunningham on Anunoby. Stops, pulls up, short shot is good, and a foul. Terrific play from Cade Cunningham. Anunoby picks up his second.
So maybe a little bit more athletic, but Cade Cunningham, in my opinion, is a little bit better shooter than Grant Hill at this age.
Growing up in Texas. Oh, Anunoby got screened in the back by Stewart, went down. Hardaway's left open, and Hardaway with another three-pointer, his third three.
Imposes contact.
He's trying to not be discreet. He's trying to show you that's what he wants.
Beasley now on Brunson. Brunson, step back, pull up, jump shot is good. 7 on the 24. Towns and Stewart one-on-one. Towns has to shoot, makes his drive, difficult shot, and nails it. Going left, shooting right. And Towns with 16. The agility of a 7-footer. Cunningham, crossover, and finish. 18 points, 5 assists. After last year's 14-68 record, his brother was razzing him about the record all summer. Finds Anunoby. Anunoby inside. Blocked again. This time by Stewart. Stolen by Schroeder. Here comes Schroeder. Corner to Beasley. Puts it up. Puts it in. Beasley from downtown. Leans in. Shot blocked by Schroeder. Brunson trying to force a great defensive play from Schroeder. Beasley drives inside and banks it home. Schroeder's fired up after that defensive play. Third quarter, gets his first field goal. Brunson back up top to Hart. Brunson falls down again, and he's wincing. Josh Hart knocks down the three, but Brunson's limping.
He can only shimmy quickly, get back on defense. If a timeout is called, he can go all out. Malik told me one of his goals for this playoff series to be able to hit at least one full shimmy.
Well, Brunson from the line, 4 for 4, again 20 points. He has struggled from the field. That 9-point lead that Detroit had moments ago, the largest by either team. Schroeder tries again. Schroeder hits again. Dennis Schroeder, huge play here in the third. Brunson perfect from the free throw line. 7-point game. Shot clock turned off. That one will go down. Towns going down the other end quickly, so they're going to look to try and throw it to him.
Look at this Piston defense, folks. Look how they D up.
Hart gets it to go, falling out of bounds.
Towns has made 3.
Bumped by Thompson, brings it back out. Karl Anthony Towns was saying to Josh Hart, give me the ball. Fires up a three and knocks it down.
You said it, Richard. There was some youth a couple minutes ago. That possession, they respond.
But you can see the nerves, Doris. You mentioned that.
You notice how we quickly qualified it was in the Payne, nice. He blew the dunk. Hart lost it. What's going on here? Thompson gets past. That time, the layup goes down. The Pistons 20 impactful minutes.
Mikey recognizes it was Karl Anthony Towns in front of him. He could get by easily.
Payne, this time with the right hand. Counted and a foul. In his first year with the Knicks, played against them also in the first round of the playoffs last year, was with Philly. And completes the three-point play. Brunson calling for a screen. Got Harris on him. Crossover. Gets inside. The floater's up and good. Tough shot from Brunson. Towns long three-pointer. Hart the rebound. Back out to Payne. Cameron Payne a three. Puts it in. Rebounding numbers in this one, +2 for Detroit. Brunson the crossover. Brunson the drive. Flips it up. It's good. And a foul. A circus shot from Jalen Brunson. And the Knicks take a 2-point lead. The most points the Pistons scored in that series was 89. The game has changed. Towns on the steal. Ahead to Hart. Hart inside. Brunson banks it home. Brunson spins. Brunson drives. Back up top to Payne. Payne puts up a three. Bang! Cameron Payne from downtown. And the lead is 5. Duran hands off. Cunningham looking for some room. Knocked away by Towns in the steal. Towns to Hart to Brunson. Lays it up. And Anunoby picks it up. Saves the ball. Hart on the drive. Hart inside. Banks it home.
Layup misfire. Towns another rebound.
Towns ubiquity igniting the Knicks now.
Hart got another one. 21-0 run. Beasley finally gets one to go.
Josh Hart is saying they've been standing in there defensively the whole game.
What I like about that play is that you get Brunson off the ball, and then the same.
Brunson finds Towns. Towns inside Hart again. Another bank shot. Brunson, Payne, three-pointer. Tipped and taken by Beasley. You heard the O's from the crowd as Tobias Harris drives in. Blocking foul, counted and one.
And they commit the 9th most giveaways in the league. And the Knicks have made him pay.
And their defense is not giving them offense. They can't get stops.
Towns powers inside and scores again.
Detroit should be aware of that, but that 2-on-1 on the backside is hard to guard.
Cunningham hits both free throws.
Ability to get in his body and be low. Karl Anthony Towns should not be driving by you.
Cameron Payne, 11 points in the fourth quarter, sits down, gets a huge ovation.
But he's beating them to a spot and staying in front.
Cunningham, three-pointer, banks it home. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game, still 1:23 remaining. Cade Cunningham gets inside and throws it down. Towns inside, Josh Hart banks it home. Brunson drives, Thompson again, playing him physically. Brunson gets past him, goes inside, the layup, bank shot is good. Brunson misses the free throw.
How about this guy, though?
Thompson drives, Anunoby with the strip. Anunoby had 4 steals and 2 blocks